And this is a blessing from above.
The show, not our guest.
The show is the show.
Yeah.
And also we have a guest. Musical icon.
Oh.
Kritty Uranowski.
Thank you.
Yay!
Hey, everybody.
So excited to have you here.
Thanks, I've never been on the internet.
Oh my god, welcome.
The internet.
You're
on it right now.
You're on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook probably. Please share. Okay, Kritty is a musical goddess.
From above.
You're a singer. You're a songwriter.
I am.
You've done some comedy.
I've done a little bit of everything.
You're in the band Patti Cake.
That is the name of my band, yeah.
I'm in love with the
It's fun. You get to like belt and yell a lot and sing and dance and play guitar and like hang out with my cool band. Everybody is really cool in it. We make up, I'm like Broadway trained as a singer, so I like to belt and do lots of crazy little stuff.
I don't think you could.
And like there's backup singers, and sometimes it gets like really punky, and sometimes it gets really like jazzy. Jazzy's like the worst. If anyone ever said my music was jazzy, I would like.
She'd make that face.
Let's talk about, you also teach music to kids, right?
Let's talk about
Girls Rock Camp. So in like 2011, Alicia Haugen, who's in the band By Divine Right, and Magali Meir. I think I said her last name wrong. She knows what her last name is.
You know what your last name is.
Magali.
Yeah, calm down
from the
Maybe she
Phoniums.
doesn't though.
Began.
This is the time.
And there's lots of really wicked workshops. There's workshops about feminism, and there's workshops about like they learn how to make zines. We did they do media literacy workshops, which are really fun. One of my favorite ones that we did was on Disney princesses, and they had a big like banner, and they had to write on it things that you can't do if you're a princess, and it's like princess can't be loud, princess can't be dirty, princesses can't marry other princesses.
Oh.
That was really sweet. And there was just like, you can never be mad, you can never not be pretty. Oh, they have such great insight. It's just really interesting to hear, like, they get it, they know.
What was it for you and everybody behind Girls Rock Camp to, like, what was that moment where you're like, we need to have something for girls that's feeding them this esteem and kind of building this from the ground up before they get to high school, before it all takes like a nosedive?
Yeah, it's very interesting because, there's been camps going on since probably the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And they started, I think, there was one in Brooklyn, and there's one in Portland, and Seattle, and it took a while for us to organize it in Toronto, but I know that, like, ever since Alicia and I became friends, it was one thing where, like, God, this needs to be, like, a part of our lives. And it's difficult because I know a lot of kids teaching them in the arena of music theater. So, like, dance, singing, and acting, and it's very different because it's, like, the little bubblegum, like, faces. Like, I had, like, one of my students, she was like 9, and she was auditioning for The Sound of Music, and she had like 4 or 5 callbacks, and then they cut her and they said she was too polished. She's 9, and she calls me in tears, like, well, they said I was too polished, so that's just the business.
No!
Yeah, I know.
I hate
but
that.
I was just like, what kind of lesson is that to a 9-year-old child? But at Rock Camp, we're really, I think that the technique is important, but a lot of kids, they'll get up there and they'll just be like, ah, 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 and screaming and off key, but they're just so passionate that it works.
Did you have an outlet like this when you were growing up? Like, did you take classes or?
I trained as a dancer for a long time, and I taught dance, and I started when I didn't sing or do much performance until I was 15. And I was in a community theater production of West Side Story.
Yeah.
So that was like my first exposure to it, and I really liked that there was a lot of guys around, gay guys that like would like touch me, because no guys, like straight guys, really liked me at all. So I liked like male attention. Even though it was from gay guys, they were always just like, I want to touch your boobies, I want to touch your boobies, and I was just like, for a while I let them do it, and then I realized it was like grossing me out.
But that's a bit. It's also an important lesson to learn. You learned a lot then, obviously.
I learned a lot. Like I want like, there's a strict permission system to touching my breasts.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Deal with it, fellas. You gotta ask first, or I will kill you if you touch either.
We have to go on to the rapid fire round.
Favorite Broadway musical?
Ooh. I am gonna, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I played Judas when I was in high school.
Oh my gosh.
That's bold.
That
That's
is
huge.
bold.
That's huge.
The role of a lifetime.
Oh,
Actually, our school, our school priest was one of the priests, and the teachers were all priests. It was really good, except for the two main priests were students, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, great. Who would you want to meet, dead or alive?
dead or alive.
John
Sorry, Amy Sedaris.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Favorite 60s girl group?
Ooh, I really love the Shangri-Las.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I like Mark Duplass.
Did you ever like George Clooney?
No, but I remember I used to try and masturbate to him because everyone talked about how hot he was, and it never worked for me.
What, in it? ER?
No, just
Gravity.
like general like pictures of him
was like last
in my
week.
Just
mind.
like in the theater,
I literally like I like George Clooney on Roseanne.
He was
like,
in Roseanne?
Yeah, he was Jackie's boyfriend.
I was
at one
allowed
point.
to watch Roseanne.
Oh, what?
Well, my mom was like, she thought it was, she didn't watch it, and she was like weirded out by like how adult it could be,
Oh,
and I was
so
like
good.
9, and I was like, yeah.
Kritty, thank you for being a guest on Women at Work.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Do you have any shows coming up that you want to plug?
Not before this comes out, I don't think.
No, probably not.
But
It's
you
gonna be a while.
can follow me on Twitter. And you can follow Patti Cake at Patti Cake TO.
Rad man.
Full blast.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kritty.
Bye forever.
Bye.
Oh, let's do this.
Bless. It's happening.
I'm sorry, I don't know where to look.
You can look at whoever you
You look
want.
at it, you can look
even
straight,
look right
you can
there.
look at
I
us.
don't want to look at it.
You can look into the eyes of a stranger.
No, I can't.